My name is Linda Gaston. I'm the Executive Director of the Atlantic Salmon Museum in Doketown, New Brunswick. The Atlantic Salmon Museum has been around for 25 years. What we do at the museum is we tell the story of the Atlantic salmon. It's the trials of the salmon, the tribulations, how it's changed over the years, and more importantly, we tell the story that supports our mission statement, which is basically conservation, preservation, and education of the Atlantic salmon.
My name is Mark Hambrook, and I'm president of the Miramichi Salmon Association. The MSA, as we refer to it, has been around for a while. It was formed in 1953, so we've been active in conservation for 56 years. We started out with an education program of going into the classrooms with art and writing contests. We still do that today, as well as trying to conserve the fish. Today we operate the former federal fish hatchery in South Est, and we have a host of science-based programs on the river to assess the stocks. Our mission statement is management actions to optimize the population of Atlantic salmon in the Miramichi River. So that includes things like removing beaver dams to allow fish access to spawning grounds, stocking young salmon, helping to assess the population so that we know what management rules to put in place. And so we feel we're a full partner along with Fisheries and Oceans and DNR in managing the resource.
We have a program here at the museum called Come Play in Our River. The MSA is a great support of that program as well. And in that program, we have youth from the ages of 6 to 13, and we teach them the art of fly tying, we teach them the art of angling, and most importantly, we teach them about the respect of the river and conservation. And we're hoping that by the end of the summer, when the children leave our program, which we run on a weekly basis, that they will pass on some of their knowledge to someone else, and when they grow up, they will keep that respect with them. And when they're on the river themselves, that they will pass that along to the next person.
These two fish right here are the with the hook are the male fish, and this one and the other one over there are female, and you can see where the female is swelled a little bit with egg.
We formed a partnership with the Salmon Museum here in Doketown. They have an aquarium unit, and we've been supplying fish for the aquarium for a number of years. And when it came to this Adopt a Salmon program, we readily agreed to provide some of the young salmon for this program. Again, it fits in exactly with what our objectives are in education and to get kids involved, to be stewards of the river. And we think it's a great program that people can participate in. And it's the educational aspect of it that's great, and if the museum can make a little bit of money along the way, that's good too. But it's really education is what it's all about.
So, no other questions? Okay, so the first thing is what? Safety. Everybody say safety. Safety. Okay? Because that water is cold. It's all right if Stan falls in, but we don't want you guys to fall in. Okay?
We have a unique partnership with the Miramichi Salmon Association, commonly known as the MSA. The MSA is a great supporter of the museum and a great supporter of our Adopt a Salmon program. The Miramichi Salmon Association provides us the fish for our Adopt a Salmon program, and we enjoy that partnership with them, and we appreciate the partnership with them. We both have the same goals in mind, in that we want to protect the Atlantic salmon, and we want to educate the public about the Atlantic salmon, and most importantly, we want to teach people about conservation and educate them.
The Miramichi Salmon Association is made up of members from the United States, Canada, and Europe. Basically, about 50% of our membership is Canadian. The rest is international. And we have 59 directors. Over almost half of them are international directors. So we have a very strong international influence. And the focus of our education has been basically the Miramichi watershed, the schools in this area. However, we also have a youth fishing camp where we bring in people from outside the area to teach them what's going on. And we are in the process of developing another youth program that will be international in scope, just trying to get kids to learn how to fish.
There we go.
Because one of the things that we strongly believe in is that if you can teach a kid to fish and have them on the river, they are the stewards of the river for the future. It's only people that love the salmon fishing that will fight to keep the river clean and you know, against infractions that may hurt the salmon. If you don't care about the fish that are in the river, then you're more likely to see a dam be built or some heavy industry that would pollute, you know, set up in the area. And we kind of like it. It's a pristine river, and we'd like to keep it that way. And education and people caring about that is the way to do this. The main focus of the Miramichi Salmon Association all along has been education, because what we felt, and my predecessors felt before me, is that by informing people the value of salmon and that it's there not only to feed our population, but as a very good economic generator, and the sport fishing industry generates a lot of jobs along the Miramichi River. So we feel that if people understand that, then perhaps they're not as likely to kill, especially the large female salmon, which we need to spawn. So getting into the schools and teaching kids about the salmon, its life cycle, and how interesting a fish it is, has always been a priority. And it's education today, we can see it, is today most anglers release their fish, whereas, you know, 25 years ago, you would never release a fish. You went fishing to kill a fish to bring home for supper. Today, you kill a fish for, you don't kill a fish, you go fishing for the sport of fishing. And it's just as easy to let it go as it is to bring it home.